Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. What's going on, Lee? What's going on, Steve? Ice Wolf. What's up, people? How is you doing? What's going on, Panda? Dropping Pando bombs? Appreciate 'em, bud. I mean, I don't know about stud. Yeah, condenser mics, you gotta be eating the thing for it to pick you up. Thank you. Alrighty, so we have some stuff still to open. We have at least six boxes of Star Wars 6 Series 2022. We have about a dozen Ghoul Game Gallery. Each of those are a hundo. And we've got you covered. Those art sketch covers, painted covers for the most part, are available as well. What's going on, Sean? Ladies and gentlemen, Sean MacArthur, a.k.a. The Sketch Ghoul, a.k.a. the Artist Spotlight for the Ghoul Game Gallery, a.k.a. Triple G. Happy Saturday. Yesterday, for those who didn't tune in, yesterday was banging. We blew through 4 boxes of Holy Ship and sold that out. We sold 14 boxes of Star Wars 6 Series. Oh, I'm fantastic, man. How are you doing? So it was a pretty rockin' day. And I'm hoping today picks up where we left off, because man, oh man, that was fun. If I do say so myself. Mural. Nice. I struggle with stick figures, so murals are the furthest thing from my ability possible. I have spent all day orchestrating the move, getting cats registered and licensed, arranging for our third cat to get a temporary home with family. What's going on, Don? How are you doing? It has been a busy day. Poor Jimmy has been bored all day because Mommy and Daddy have been working to get everything squared away. I told him, well, wait till the TV is gone, then you're really going to be bored. There you go, Ice. I am. We are moving to California because I now am a full-time breaker and curator. I am no longer at the Union. I am moving closer to DCDcollects. There you go, Sean. That's actually true. Thank you. I like that perspective. What's going on, Hellbolt? I love you, man. See, thanks, buddy. Yeah, man. It's official. There's a lot more content coming. That's why everything behind me is bare. Everything is off the walls. My office is 80% moved. And Hellbolt, congratulations on you reaching full-time awesome status. Oh yeah. The in a week from today, they're going to be picking up all of our stuff. When do I close? I don't. We'll be going live until July 14th. Will be Monday, or will be Friday and Saturday. We're gonna rent for a year. Just to dip our toe in. We're gonna rent out there for a year. We're renting out our house here. That way, if for some reason it doesn't go the way I want it to, I have a plan B. I doubt I'll need it, but with a family, I can't gamble. But we are, all of our items will be out July 1st, and then for about 2 weeks, we'll be, here with the bare bones. I think we're going to stay with my mother for a week. I mean, it all depends on when you plan on finishing it. If it's done within a week, yeah, you can send it here. If it's going to be more than a week, then you can send it to Trevor. Once I get out to California, I'll actually have an address at DCDcollects, an official address at the studio. But I don't know if we're giving that out. Yeah, Pando. I'll strongly consider it. We actually don't have our address there. It's a new build, so we're waiting on the actual unit. Yeah, man, shoot it to Trevor, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. We haven't told James. It's a surprise for when he arrives in California. Sorry, I'm updating social media, letting them know that we're live, and still got some stuff to sell.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Ah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's stressful. The move is stressful. Moving an entire family and getting the logistics of everything, but in the long run, it's totally worth it. Being closer to work, being closer to Doug and Trevor, and being able to just pick up and do things as needed. So, no more snow. We're going to be in Southern California, so we don't have to worry about snow anymore. We're going to be 3 miles from the beach, so we don't have to, worry about being too far inland. It's nice and cool where we are. It's about 69 degrees at all times there, so we are stoked for the weather change. We are very stoked. Stoked is the official California word, right? Am I using it right? I don't know, Lee. You're going to have to help me out. I got to learn the new lingo. No, we're going to be We are stoked. Hella is Cali. We are not going to be by San Diego. We're going to be just slightly north of LA. Oh, absolutely, Bolt. Thank you. That's right. I will take heat over snow any day of the week. I lived in Texas, man. Living in Texas, it's like, oh yeah, it's 103 today. Better bring water so you don't die going from your car to your office building. You walk across the blacktop and you swear your feet are melting. Great question. No clue. I know very little of where we're moving other than it's a new build. And we are not, well, I mean, we're a few hours from Anaheim. Just traveling through LA itself is over an hour, depending on time of day, sometimes 3 hours. So we are slightly northwest. We are on the coast north. We are about 45 minutes south of Santa Barbara. That's doggy paddle to the car. Your clothes stick to you when you go outside, Lee. So, Steve, yes, I will tell you right now, verbal commitment. We are Disney hounds. We had season passes in Florida. And we became very good at going around the year that we spent there almost every weekend. We haven't been to the California one yet, so it would be amazing to go with somebody who actually knows what they're doing and can get all the good stuff. Oh, I got it, Hellbolt. I don't know if they would allow that kind of live streaming. Maybe. You never know with us. I might buy those Oakleys that have the cameras in there. Thanks, man. Yeah, we've got some hockey coming. We grabbed a case of Allure because Allure is always a fun break. Allure has really never let me down. So when we saw we were able to get a case of Allure for a good price, we jumped on Allure. We've got some good baseball coming as well. Oh yeah, hockey. We got some Star Wars. Allure was a pre-order, so as soon as it comes out, we'll have it. Yeah, man. I exactly. Boom. I have pushed for hockey. Football is a little insane price-wise right now. What we're doing, and we're not trying to be like a lot of other people, a lot of the competition. Hey, Brent. Thank you, man. We are looking to find the value. We are looking to curate the items. Jedi, what's up, man? Oh, Makar, tell me about it. Makar just boss status. All right, Burb. It's we're trying to find curated good deals. Right now with the market where it is, we want to make sure everything we get is of value. Something that's worth having and worth opening. Some items we're trying for the first time, new items that are new for the season. But we are looking for the cost effectiveness of everything that we're opening, which is why we chose the Star Wars SIG series, because this stuff has an absolute monster signer list on it. Like everybody. Carrie Fisher is even in here. Everybody is in here. So it's a fantastic value. We've already seen a couple of decent ones pulled. We got a gold out of 10 General Hux, which was a solid pull. We got the Night King from Game of Thrones, who was a character in The Mandalorian. So yeah, it has gone well. And that's exactly why we decided to grab this product. And same with Allure. General Hugs. I like General Hugs. I'm a bit of a hugger. But yeah, we're stoked about the move. It's stressful until it happens. Once it happens, everything will be better. We are researching a new distributor that may have some really good non-sport stuff for us to get at a good price. And of course, since we are collector based, we'll be passing the savings on. Yeah, James should know the greatness that is the Beach Boys. I used to dig the Beach Boys when I was younger. I was a Hawaiian shirt kid. Me and Weird Al had a lot in common. Both liked Hawaiian shirts and both could spoof a song after hearing it only once. I used to do that in my spare time, is write Weird Al spoofs of songs that were popular, because I wanted to be Weird Al. I mean, the dude's just cool. I am a big Diamond David Lee Roth fan. I liked him better. Do I know much about master recordings? I do know what they are, and I do know that I could not afford them. Because I was looking at trying to get some masters. I have a turntable, a nice Audio Technica. Well, a decent Audio Technica that I got for Christmas that is like better than I need. Because Mel researched it and found a good one. There's a record shop around the corner called Vinny's Vinyl. He rarely gets masters in, but when he does, they are sold almost instantly. Van Hagar is mid. Van Halen is great. I concur. Although I'm not going to say no to Hagar's Cabo Wabo. That's good tequila. Vinyl. I don't think I've ever seen reel-to-reel available in my area. We were talking about first master printings of vinyl. The original X number that they make that everything else is printed off of. I'm familiar with reel-to-reel. I just haven't ever seen them. When we were doing theater and voice work in Florida, one of the bands that we worked with was a big fan of reel-to-reel old school sound. Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, you're talking more about the original masters, as in like the original singular master. The master recording, that term is a bit more loosely used in records because they'll make X amount of copies that are considered the masters that everything is molded from afterwards. Cassettes and VHS. I dig it, man. I dig it, Hellbolt. You like that distortion when you turn it up too high. Yep, I've seen those. Well, I haven't seen them. I'm aware of what they are. That's right. There is no sound. That horror and pit in your stomach as the speakers let you know your tape is slowly being eaten by the tape deck. And you better pull out nicely and have a pencil ready to get it reloaded. Otherwise, it's all crinkled and not of any use. It's one of those sounds from history that really don't occur anymore, kind of like the sound of dial-up modems. Those who lived through them remember what it sounds like, but nobody else will ever have to listen. Oh, mixtapes were the jam. Mixtapes were my way of getting music my parents wouldn't let me buy. We would just put, like, the first song would be something like Menudo, and then the rest of it would be like Ice-T. So that way we would always rewind it, and if my parents listened to it, they would hear Menudo for a song, realize that it's nothing, and then turn it off and never notice that I had an Ice-T album. No, playlist is not the same. Especially when half of these companies try to sink an ad in there and just mess up the flow. Oh, yeah. I remember the yellow Walkmans that had the 30-second skip protection. That was like, if you had one of those in like 97, you were the man. Or the woe man. Yeah, right? 8 seconds? 30 seconds baller. I remember 8. Yeah, the 9600 where there was I remember, so I was in media productions in high school, as if you wouldn't expect it by what I do for a living now. And in media productions, we had, it started with a 14.4 and then a 28.8, and then it was a 56K. And when we went from 28.8 to 56, we were like, whoa. These BBSs are really uploading quick. I can't wait to play Legend of the Red Dragon on Guns and Ammo BBS at a new, faster rate. Anybody out here know Legend of the Red Dragon? One of the first online games ever. Online, quote. ISDN phone. Huh? My father is old enough to remember party lines where he would pick up the phone and 2 of his neighbors would be on the phone and he'd have to tell them to get off so he could talk to somebody. Number munchers, yeah. Odell Lake. Odell Lake was a big one in the school computers on your Apple IIe. It was Odell Lake, Number Munchers, Oregon Trail, absolutely. There was another one we had. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, Ice Wolf knows. Cross Country USA is greater than all. Bard's Tale for the Commodore 64. My friend had the Commodore. My family owns the original Pong, the big yellow double board. Yep, Ice Wolf, absolutely. The moment when you're in the middle of an 8-hour download and mom decides she needs to call her sister to tell her what her husband did. Irrational fear of dysentery. Yeah, I learned what a grueling pace was. Oh, Ultima. All of the Ultima games were fantastic. So were the Baldur's Gates. Hey, dysentery's no joke. Yeah, there's many kings of many countries that died of dysentery. And kingdoms were toppled due to the dysentery and the diarrhea associated with it. Steve must have had dysentery because he was very quick to defend it. Steve spent too much time in Mexico. Good old Montezuma's revenge. He's like, yeah, I will neither confirm nor deny that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Hellbolt. If it makes you feel better, I'm susceptible to car sickness, but not like the traditional way. If I'm in a car, I just can't sleep. For some reason, if I sleep on a plane or I sleep in a car, I get ill. I can sleep on a boat or a ship that's tossing in the waves and I have no problems. But if I fall asleep on a plane or fall asleep in the car, nauseated. Happens to the best of us. Yeah, I wish I had that problem. James is like that. James is in the car for 10 minutes and he's out. Nice. Yeah, they like to power trip and suspend you for the dangdest things. I got suspended in high school for getting beat up. Because even though I didn't throw a punch and I just got pummeled, I was in a fight and I was suspended. So then I learned, well, if I'm going to get beat up, I better swing as hard as I can. So if I'm going to get suspended, I might as well earn it. I never could, Ice Wolf. I never could sleep on a plane. If I even dozed off for a minute, I would immediately have that burning in my throat. Right? Yeah. Oh, I know, Jedi. Oh, I know. Being a distraction. That is what it is. And after you hit the bully in the mouth a couple of times, they don't like it. They realize, well, I don't want to get hit in the mouth anymore. I'm going to go pick on somebody else. Yeah, that's what kind of happened with me. I moved from a poor neighborhood to a wealthy neighborhood, so I didn't have the brand new Jordan 4s, and I didn't have the Abercrombie and Fitch hoodie, and I didn't have the Levi's silver tab jeans. So I was picked on, and then about 2 years of it, after about 2 to 3 years, I finally decided just to take matters into my own hands. And after a handful of fights, people stopped bothering me because I wasn't worth the trouble. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a bully's not used to getting stood up to. If what Lee is trying to tell you is Lee goes for the balls. There you go, Bolt. Tell him. You wouldn't like Ice Wolf when he's angry. But yeah, it was those years were rough. It took a few suspensions for getting into fights to get people to leave me alone. Then I became a popular kid in school because people were like, "Oh, he stands up for himself. That's admirable." Sad but almost funny. Well, whatever keeps you out of trouble, I guess. That is true. Ice Wolf does have a lot of sharp, pointy rocks now. They were like, "Hey, I saw Ice Wolf eat a baby. A whole baby. Don't fight him. He's got supernatural strength from eating a baby." What's going on, Trevor? How you doing? Yeah, there you go, Lee. Yeah, Lee got back at his bullies by being wildly successful. I think I became friends with almost every single person I ever got into a fight with. I think there was only one person that I actually didn't get along with afterwards, and I'm pretty sure he's dead now. And I'm not saying I did it. I'm saying he is just simply not alive anymore. So I think all the people that I've ever fought that are alive, I became friends with afterwards. He's actually a Wendigo. Leave him alone. A ketchup icicle? Good old frozen ketchup? A tomato freezy pop? Oh, Ice Wolf, that's fantastic. I'm going to read that one. Ice Wolf says, I got back at an ex-girlfriend by making the ring and necklace for the bride and groom at a wedding years later. She had to spend the entire weekend hearing everyone complimenting the jewelry and being told made it. Best revenge ever. Indeed. Indeed. I like that. That is actually true, Jedi. He's like, of course you became friends with them. You guys caused an international incident when you were let loose in Toronto. That's actually true. Did I tell the Toronto story? Did I ever tell that Toronto story, Jedi? Or are you just guessing and realizing, oh my God, it's actually true? Because we did create a heck of a story in Toronto. Oh, WWF ice cream bars were the best. As long as the cookie part didn't get soggy, they were amazing. Oh, I did tell it? Okay, yeah. I figured, like, for you to be able to say it, I must have said it. Aw, Trevor, don't yuck somebody else's yum. Yeah, that's a nope for me, Hellbolt. What's going on, Dangle? So everybody is aware, I did get a wild hair up my butt, and everything that was opened yesterday was shipped out today. If your email is online, check your email or your spam folder, because everything that was purchased was packaged and shipped today, even though Tuesday is the official shipping day. I said, hey, why not get this done now? So those are all on their way. Just a heads up. Oh, yeah. Hey, I was like, I have a couple extra minutes. I sat down from cleaning and was like, you know what? I can knock this out in a half hour. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's give him a surprise. Let's knock it out early. Oh yeah, Ice Wolf. Here's what puzzles me. At $100 a box, I can't understand how such a nostalgic product is still sitting on the shelves. It really, truly puzzles me. I bought one, if you remember. I purchased one. And you can tell if something's good if the person who created it bought one. Just saying. Just like the Star Wars 6 series. Had to get one. I mean, Trevor, all I'm doing is telling the truth. That's it. It's just the facts, man. Oh, thanks, Brent. Appreciate you, bud. So, as a reminder for those who weren't on yesterday, we are going to be on Friday and Saturday. And until July 14th. July 14th, I will be, the family will be flying in to California. And on the 15th, which is that Friday, we'll be moving in, and Saturday we'll be getting everything squared away. So the 14th and the 15th, we will not be live. The following week is San Diego Comic-Con. We are going to try to make as much live content as possible from San Diego, with possibly some special guests that are not to be revealed. So there will be a little bit of lull, but mark my words, DCaholics. Once Comic-Con is over, oh baby, there's going to be a lot of content dropped in your laps. And it's going to be good. There are some surprises we're talking about that will absolutely starch your shorts. So, Lee, this Comic-Con you speak of, is it cool? Hellbolt, I read that at first and I thought it said duties are good. I was like, wow, this man knows about Lee Cozy's duties. You emphasized the word mark there. Did I? Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, so by the way, Derek, the trade, for those who don't know, a trade was made. The trade was announced after I shipped yours out, so you can toss out the redemption. Hellbolt spoiled it. Yep, we got the local McDonald's cashier, Mark, to come on the show and talk about his love for making puppets out of week-old fries and spoiled hamburger buns. They look a lot like the Incredible Hulk. Thank you, Lee. Fiber, smobid. It's an awesome trade. Jedi, I actually beg to differ. I, believe it or not, will eat BK over McDonald's fries. I don't like hamburgers because, I'm not American. I don't like hamburgers. So I can't speak to those. But I do, if I had to choose between the two and nobody else, I would actually take Burger King over McDonald's. Well, since Steve just announced it, for those who did not hear, Derek and Steve had a little trade this morning. Derek will be sending the Star Wars Celebration exclusive Lee Cozy remarked Rogue One poster in exchange for the dual signed Jeremy Bulloch autographed gauntlets. Talk about a blockbuster trade. 2 massive hits changing hands. All right, Dangle, take care, man. Be safe. And enjoy the fights. Slightly more moist cardboard. Yeah, I don't eat burgers. I really don't. Like every once in a while, I might have like a bacon cheeseburger or a black and blue burger, but it's very few and far between. I will always take chicken over burgers. I will always order the chicken sandwich. Their fries are amazing. Their Cajun fries in a bag, fantastic. Ice Wolf is like, yeah, twice a year I get Five Guys. It's like a special. Heart attack in a bag, yeah, you're right. The Apple Pan. I like the name. It sounds like a restaurant that the lead singer of Coldplay and the owner of Goop's daughter would own. If you go through it, it makes sense. I'll let you guys figure it out. I would love to go to Vegas again. I've been there once and I had a lot of fun. 1947, that was a good year. So that is one thing that I learned. Anywhere I go, any new place I head to, I am all about the greasy spoons. I want to go to the place that has no sign on the wall, that has no menu. It's just a bunch of things where they just give it to you. You're like, I will take one, please. You don't know what the one is, but you just get a plate and they send you on your way for $8. That's the type of spot I like. Trevor's like, yes, a Vegas DCDcollects business trip is going to happen soon. I am old Vegas. I haven't even gone to New Vegas. I am the old school strip. I like the Four Queens, the Golden Nugget. That's what I'm talking about. Last time I stayed at the Stratosphere because I just wanted to shop in the shops upstairs. Bolt, are you allowed in Vegas? I do like the mob run Vegas. I like the I want the buildings that are left over from Meyer Lansky and what's his name? I mean, they're finding all those bodies in Lake Mead now. Bugsy Siegel, that's who it was. Bourbon is the one not allowed in Vegas. That's what it was. Bourbon has to announce 24 hours before he goes his intent to go to Vegas, and he's just simply not allowed in Atlantic City. The Mob Museum, I would go. My family, my older generation of my family that came over in the 20s is very familiar with La Costa Nostra. I know. How dare they not think of global warming? TikTok, Lee, the TikTok Cafe. Oh, so for those who don't know, when we were in for New York Comic Con, we stayed in the hotel, and the hotel's restaurant was called the TikTok Cafe in New York, New York. And we told, Lee, hey, you got to come to this place and eat. We have a place where we can go eat. And he was, as soon as I said TikTok, he goes, no effing way. And he just said the place is so greasy, their food is used to induce enemas in people with overly tight sphincters. Yeah, the food was bad. So now I have a picture of that place, and I will send it to him every once in a while to make him remember. I haven't been to Hoover Dam either. The Circa? Haven't been there. I had my sister-in-law stayed at Circus, and she was furious on how bad it was. I stayed at the Stratosphere. I loved it. It was fine. My dad stayed at the Golden Nugget, and we all hung out at the Four Queens. I actually really haven't even bothered going to New Vegas. It just hasn't interested me. I've spent the day sitting poolside at Caesars until they realized I wasn't supposed to be there and threw me out. Shelby Museum is killer. I think I did go to the Shelby Museum, yeah. And no, everybody, it's not the Peaky Blinders Shelbys. It's the Vroom Vroom Shelbys. Lee, I am heartbroken that I wasn't able to join you at the Illustrators Guild. That would have been awesome. I did get to hang out with some Broadway royalty, a famous singer and dancer from Broadway that happens to be my wife's cousin. That, Ice Wolf, that is true. The more air of mystique and money you have, the better you're treated. Oh, Lee. I gotta find that. I gotta send that to you now. I don't think I have it saved to this phone. Exactly. Let's see if I have it. I'm looking. No, it must be on Mel's phone. And Ice Wolf, that is the trick. Those who are used to seeing expensive things don't pay them second mind. The minute you start staring at something expensive, it tips you off as a part-timer. So not many people know this, but Trevor is an absolute pimp. The guy has this pinky ring that's got to be a 5-carat diamond that he wears on his left hand. And it was all cool. On the third day of meeting Trevor, he caught me staring at his pinky ring. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it? And then he in a well-timed manner, just flicked his wrist so that it caught the light and blinded me. That's how awesome Trevor is. That's where I learned not to stare at awesome things. Oh, I'm sorry. It was his right hand. My bad. There you go, Bolt. Thought that was the ring used for breaking windshields in an emergency. That diamond was so big he could sign his name on the windshield and it would just crack when he finished the R. Andrew Dice Clay style. Bing! Like Ace Ventura when the guy punched him in the head and he was trying to count the stones. Except for this would be one octagonal dent in your head. So I will take that pork belly story and I will relate one. Melissa's family, Melissa comes directly from Puerto Rico. She's from just outside of San Juan. Her entire family is from Puerto Rico. So They make their own crispy pork belly and they make their own pork rinds. And holy smokes, it was like something you would expect, like a master chef to make. Like, it was unbelievable. So I now hold things to that regard. Let's go to Vegas. Why not? If we sell out of everything in Comic-Con, we'll have to make a trip to Vegas to acquire new art. We'll go to the Pawn Stars gold and silver pawn shop and buy stuff to put into new boxes. And then we can write off the entire trip as a business expense. Oh, the stuff that we have for Comic-Con is so good. Oh, it's so good. It's ridiculous how good it is. There will be a lot of people there. There will literally be dozens of people. I guarantee it. Dozens. I'm counting down the days till I move. And then once I move, I'll be counting down the days until Comic-Con. Dodger Stadium. Is that named after Duck Dodger of the 23rd and a half century? There you go, Bolt. Dig in, man. That's what I had for lunch. And then for dinner, I had a Italian breaded and Parmesan encrusted chicken with some honey butter biscuits. Because I am a Duck Dodgers fan. I have numerous times been in bidding wars for cells from that short. And every time I get swooped in and stolen from. Oh, yeah. Duck Dodgers is where you got an introduction to Marvin the Martian. Hellbolt, you went there for NASCAR? Nice. The coolest race I ever went to is I was living in Indianapolis when I worked for an insurance company, and I lived just outside a speedway. And I got cold pit passes to the Indy 500. So I got to hang out with, I can't remember the guy's name. I actually, somewhere before I packed up my office, I still have the stub from the cold pit pass. I am also incredibly eager to watch people make left turns all day. Especially if all of them look like Hailie Deegan. Then I'm really interested in seeing them make left turns all day. I mean, they all look like Hailie Deegan, right? Rocket Squad, dig it. Oh, they don't? Well, that's false advertising. So if you go to, I'm sure you know Heritage Auctions, but I would say once every 3 months, they will have Chuck Jones autographed cells. They're not always original cells. They're sometimes limited edition rewrites or remakes, but they're signed by Chuck Jones in his very distinct style. His estate gave them thousands of them, so they do pop up quite frequently. So if you ever look for the comic book and cartoon auctions, which happen monthly, chances are 1 out of every 2 of them will have a Chuck Jones autographed cell, whether it be an original or a highly detailed remake. Janet Guthrie? What's going on, Car Collector? How you doing? Car Collector, if you check your email, I have already sent out your items from yesterday. Did decide to do it a little bit early. San Diego has a Chuck Jones gallery? They should. It's one of the most iconic autographs in animation. Like, you know, even if you couldn't read, you could identify Chuck Jones. Steve, do not tell Mrs. the Breaker that you have that, or she will cat burgle you. I can't cat burgle. I can barely hamburgle. And that is true, Trevor. Melissa is obsessed with Ariel from The Little Mermaid. She has a full-blown shrine of dozens upon dozens of Little Mermaid items. It's pretty nuts. I commissioned a couple of Disney artists to do some Little Mermaids for her, and Doug, who had heard that she was a fan, gave her a lovely one that was done by a Disney artist. That one was from last week, right? That one should have already been sent. Yeah. That should have went out, I think, Wednesday. Oh, please do. All right, I'm going to be back. I need a water. It is a touch warm. So give me 3 minutes. All right, my water snobs. If you did not watch me in my previous employ, you may not know that I do endorse one particular brand of water over all. That right there is the greatest tasting water on the planet, and I've tasted probably hundreds of different ones. So if you ever see it in the store and have the opportunity to buy it, this is what melted snow tastes like. Not the yellow snow, the good snow. This here is the best. Period. I love it. Oh, I totally am. I totally am because I drink almost exclusively. My non-alcoholic drinks are water and occasionally milk. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, Steve. I'm not going to lie. Oh, I'm not exaggerating. I now. All right, let me get into it. So I stopped drinking pop, aka soda, aka Pepsi, or I'm sorry, Coke. Because in Indiana, you say, "Oh, what do you like to drink?" "I'll have a Coke." "Which kind?" A Pepsi, please." Don't get me started on that. Somebody told me the amount of sugar that you're drinking in pop is deplorable, and if you look it up, it is. There's like 39 to 49 grams of sugar in one drink. And somebody said, if you quit drinking pop just by itself and change nothing else about your diet, you'll lose 15 pounds in about a month. And that's actually accurate. Took me about 45 days, but I lost 15 pounds. So I drink nothing but water. And it started with things like your typical purified water from the local store. And then that started tasting bad, so I drank Dasani. That tasted like salt and chlorine. And then I tried Fiji, and Fiji was good, or at least I thought it was good, until somebody said, "Oh, you have to try Icelandic water." No, I'm telling you, Steve, I guarantee it. If you just look up how much sugar is in pop, and you will be disgusted. It's diabetes in a bottle. That's why America specifically has issues with weight and type 2 diabetes. Is the amount of sugar you drink is insane. So once you start drinking nothing but water, water begins to have a taste. You can taste salinity. You can taste chlorine. You can taste whether it has fluoride in it. That you can actually feel on your teeth, basically. And you become very in tune with the flavor of water. You can tell something is tap water by the taste. Hey, good day, Ninja. Land of the Beatus. Hi, I'm Wilford Brimley, and I got diabetes. I love you, Ninja. How is your Sunday? But yeah, to finish the thought, somebody said try Icelandic water. It is the purest, cleanest water you can get. It's glacial. Ran 9 kilometers. And now it's time for brekkie. For those who don't know, brekkie is Australian for breakfast. And 9 kilometers means she was chased for a very long time. It must be magpie season. Because that is the only way I would be running 9 kilometers, is if the magpies were out. Otherwise, I struggle to run 9 meters. But yeah, somebody said try Icelandic water. It's has, besides France, some of the highest regulations on their water as an export. And yes, I grew up in Buffalo. I grew up eating fresh powdered snow. When the first snow, or I shouldn't say the first snow, because that stuff's in the mud. But like the week after you got a solid packing of snow, all the nice snowflakes, the big flat snowflakes, they have a taste to them. That's the purest water you're going to find, is the evapocondensated frozen water of the clouds. And Icelandic water tastes like you are eating the fresh, clean snow. And that's why I love it so much. It's almost like drinking my childhood, which sounds terrible. Oh, it's winter. Okay. Hey, listen, 9 kilometers for $9 million, I'd be elbowing babies and old ladies out of the way. And then I would donate $4 million of it to St. Jude's and take the other $5 million and not have to worry about bills again for the rest of mine or my son's life. Everybody that I have ever known that has gone to Iceland has said the same thing. It is gorgeous. How many of these bottles do I drink a day? Well, this is my second of this side. I think this is a liter. Yeah, this is a liter. So this is my second liter. Usually I get the smaller ones, the half liters, but I'll drink 3 to 4 of those a day. I don't exclusively drink Icelandic. This is like when I want to just enjoy my water. I will drink regular spring water. I will not buy anything made by the Nestle company. I'm one of those snobs. What's going on? Bonjour, Benj. Comment ça va? I can't afford to buy nothing. I can't afford to just drink Icelandic. There are some good local spring waters. I'm getting there, Benj. I'm getting ready. But as long as it's not made by Nestle, I'll stick to spring water. This is if I want to savor the taste. Because it truly, it tastes fantastic. Like really, you will come to understand if you stop and just start drinking water, even if you just drink nothing but water for a week. By day 3, somebody could hand you a different bottle of water, a different brand of water, and you'd be like, wow, that tastes different. It's water. Yes, it is, Steve. Yes, it is. Your tap water in Australia is actually extremely regulated. American tap water is very poorly regulated. Believe it or not, France has some of the highest regulation in tap water. They have is beer is not owned by Nestle. That's right. France has some highly regulated water. They actually have fountains for the public to just pour water into bottles and drink their tap water because it's that good. It's very highly regulated in France. There was a show on Netflix. Tap water is very good in Canada. I can confirm. Canada does have same. Rome is the same way. There you go. Oh, wow. Ice Wolf. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. That is a disenjoyment by association. There was a show, the kid from, I shouldn't say kid, he's a man now. The guy from High School Musical, the wildly talented, good looking kid. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. But he actually did a tour about water, and they went on water tastings, and they learned about dissolved solids in water. And I learned a ton about water from watching his show on Netflix. I imagine Sweeting's tap water would be awesome. It's all glacial. I love carbonated water. No, you don't want. So there is an international law that says if your ice cubes have holes in them, it is from a purified water source. If you serve a drink that has ice in it that doesn't have a hole in it, you are not drinking fresh water. And there are a lot of countries, I know because I've traveled to quite a few of them, that they know you're not local. And while it's not legal, they will occasionally slip you a drink that has non-purified ice in it, which can get you very sick. But ice that has drilled, it looks like a cylinder, like a soup can. That is actually an international law that ice that has a hole in the middle must be purified. And if they take a sample of your ice and it's not, it's a hefty fine. Southeast Asia, absolutely. Yep, that is correct, Ninja. You are correct. You brush your teeth with bottled water. Oh, Benj, I haven't been to India. I wouldn't mind going. Yeah, there you go, Ice Wolf. So yeah, when you're on a plane, the best way to know, next time you're on a plane, order a drink that has ice in it. You will notice the ice will be a cylinder. It'll be a hollow cylinder. Maddie had a trip to India. It must not have went well if you said she can tell about it. Oh no, what is this? Hey Steve, did you just bring this full circle back to the dysentery jokes? Did you just bring this full circle? Oh no. Okay. Man, I was starting to put two together. I was like, oh, this better not be four. Muy delicioso. It would have been a slow roll, yeah, right? Be like, so Maddie, tell us about this dysentery you got. Oh, good to see you too, DC. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ninja. The only thing that you can trust from condiments is the vinegar, because nothing will grow in vinegar. So you'd go to the biggest dive. I used to live in England for a couple months. So I guess you could say I stayed in England for a few months. They serve everything with cider vinegar, not ketchup, because ketchup goes bad and cider vinegar will kill anything that lands in it. So that's what they had. Every pub you would go to would have cider vinegar on the table, and that was it. You would ask for ketchup, and they would bring you packets. There was no ketchup in a bottle, or at least where I was staying. And they just keep it's so gross. Just put a little fresh stuff on top. It'll be fine. Shake it up. It'll be good. Nasty. It is unbearably hot in this office. I'm not even going to lie. This is the farthest room from the front of the building. So this gets the warmest and the coldest. That is why I have a fan in the background. All right, now they've eaten brekkie. Time for another 9-kilometer run. I was watching a special. It was Jason Mewes. Jason Mewes did a bunch of shows in Australia, and he was learning about culture, and the poor guy, his guide convinced him drop bears were real, and everywhere Jason went, the poor guy, every time he walked under a tree. And then finally at the end, they're like, yeah, no, it's a joke. Honestly, if you want the full experience of the die-hard Bills Mafia, you go in November and December. The trick is layering. It's not as bad as you think. It's 2 pairs of socks, boots, either long johns or the cold weather gear by Under Armour. There you go. Vegemite will repel anything. It's like 80% salt, 20% vomit. And then throw a pair of jeans over it. And then I would say thermals. There you go. Oh, yeah, if you got Army thermals, you're fine. It's not as bad as you think. Throw on the thermals, then a hoodie, and then a jersey over the hoodie, and then a hat that preferably covers your ears. You will want gloves. If you have the thin gloves, I would put thin gloves under a pair of mittens. It's your toes and your fingers. That's the big thing. Like, your face will go numb. Your face will burn a little bit for the first, quarter. Then when your face goes numb, other than the runny nose you're going to get, you're absolutely fine. The trick is keeping your toes and your fingers warm. I always bring Mel will tell you, they fall off. I always bring one of those seat butt cushions. Because your butt will warm it up. Most of the seats in our stadium are bleacher seats, so they're just hard metal. So I would recommend bringing a pad. But it's not as bad as you'd think. Like, honestly, after your 6th beer, you have no idea it's cold out. After your 3rd shot of Southern Comfort, you have no idea. Take care, Hellbolt. Love you, man. Oh, never, dude. Shine bright like a diamond. Yes, that's right. That's not the only thing you'll see fall off during a Bills game. We get pretty rowdy, Bills Mafia. 1 degree centigrade. Yeah, that is. Yeah. Yep. We have, I went to one of the coldest games in Bills history. Was against New England in December. It was like 3 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was a wind chill of -20. And that was one of the few games I did not stay the entire game. I think I left in the early 3rd because it was just too painful. Oh, I know, man. Craig, you're absolutely correct. Instead, I'll just have to deal with San Diego Comic-Cons. That's my consolation prize. So I always caution about winter jackets at a Bills game because, Benj, as you know, the amateur outdoorsman, one of the biggest mistakes they make is layering too heavily, sweating, and then having the sweat freeze. I very rarely wear a winter jacket to the game. I prefer to just triple layer my body, and that tends to get me through. If you do go the winter coat route, don't layer too heavily underneath. Oh yeah, Ice Wolf, you're absolutely right. Yeah, yeah, well, yeah, minus 20. Yeah. So the thing about the Bills Stadium is only half of the stadium really gets wind. It's a bit of a bowl, but it's not centered on the field. It's weird. That's why they always say kicking in Buffalo is very difficult, and that's why we usually get big-legged kickers that can kick through it. But it is a whirlwind. If you are on the visitor side, you are going to get the wind. If you're on the Bills' home side, it's not as bad. Now the downfall is if you're on the Bills side, you don't get the sun that the competitor's side does. So the sun will warm you up considerably, but you have to deal with the wind. If you're on the Bills side, it's not as bad. Yeah, that's it. Only 6 boxes. If so, the first person to buy a Star Wars box today will get a Star Wars decal. I'm going to go grab one right now. It is a first come, first serve. All right, so first person to buy one is going to get this dope Vader decal. I love that Trevor runs away for a half hour and then panics when he comes back and doesn't see me. It's like, where's DC? I think he fell. Somebody call 911. He doesn't sound anything like that, by the way. Maybe I do. I think if they've seen my videos, they've seen yours by now. I believe they've heard you talk just by seeing last year's or the special edition Comic-Con videos or the WonderCon videos. That's what I meant, the WonderCon videos. They've probably seen those. Just a thought. He did. James wants to be a breaker so bad that it is adorable. My only concern with Jimmy is he can be very emotional if things don't go exactly right. And on the flip side, he has the sweetest face of surprise ever seen on a human. He is a very appreciative, well-mannered little boy. Also, he has the mouth of a sailor because his dad was one. No, that's just weird. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Oh, Lee. Lee beat Craig. Lee is order number 10280. Craig is 10281. However, because they came in at almost the exact same second, and Lee is so nice, we are going to give Craig the Vader decal. And Lee, when I see you at Comic-Con, I will give you a pair of my underwear. Oh, mine make wonderful paint rags because I'm huge. All right, Craig, so that is yours. Lee, pick a pile, left or right, and we'll get this party started. Right? Oh man, I had a joke. It was not a good one. We're family friendly. But I want you to know that I had a great joke for what you just said, Ice Wolf. I will put the joke in our Discord. And I'm just going to write it in the general section with no context. There you go. Lee said the dark side, bottom. Because if there's one thing we know about Lee, he is a bottom guy. 2022 Star Wars SIG series by Topps. This one for the legendary Lucasfilm artist, Lee Cozy. Good luck, Lee. I love you, brother. Why, that is Chancellor Valerum. Let me fix that again. This time I am ready. There we go. Chancellor Valerum, played by Ian Ruskin. Ian Ruskin has had quite a few roles, if I'm not mistaken, in the animated series. I believe he voices multiple characters, but don't quote me on that. I Rush. There you go. Right? All right, Craig, pick your two. So that's where you make a joke out of the auto, and you do something humorous, poking fun at it. I mean, you're a pretty creative guy. Right side, top, and bottom, according to your daughter. Well, let's see what we got. Hello, car collector's daughter. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. All right, 2022 Star Wars SIG series. I know, family help. He's got an angel picking his boxes. I never get this name right, but it's out of 50. Hero of the Resistance. Played by Paul Casey. And that is numbered 4 out of 50. A blue parallel auto. He's got a nice helmet too. There you go. I like when the parallel matches the attire. Dig it. All right, time for something nasty. See if we can get some OG autos. Claude, out of 5. Oh, man. Purple parallel. Numbered 5 out of 5. Now, if you're into Star Wars lore, this creature right here, Claude, is a mechanical wizard. He knows the inside and outs of ships and their circuitry better than almost anybody. Played by Nick Kellington. from Rise of Skywalker. That is the lowest number we have pulled to date. 5 out of 5. Phenomenal. I do know my poo. And Star Wars lore. My question is, he's such a whiz. Where's his hands? I like to think he's force sensitive and just makes it happen. But there you go, big hit, 5 out of 5. Very nice. Only 5 in existence, and you own the last one. There you go. Whoever picked your box is pretty darn lucky. You got 2 for 2 numbered. And only 3 boxes remain. Right? That's what I'm saying. Production coordinator? Sounds like a managerial position. Assistant to the manager. There you go. Good job, Squirt. Dig it. Speaking of pop, that was my vice. I loved Squirt. I think that's why when it came to energy drinks, I only drank Nas. To me, very similar. Assistant to the regional manager's district manager's assistant. Hey, do you think DCDcollects can buy me a decent microphone arm when I get to California? Can we make that a business expense? I want to throw this one right in the garbage. No, it was worth a try. It was worth a try. Throw in another pair of underwear and you got a deal. I mean, honestly, I'll throw in a pair of my hot pink Speedos if I can get a nice microphone arm here. Duct tape, DC. Yeah, I know. Problem is, there's so many moving parts that the duct tape would ruin the functionality. You must use that forever. I think it was like $20. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I paid like $20 for it. I was like, yeah, it's temporary. Oh, I don't need anything fancy in the microphone. This microphone I have here is actually one of the preferred recording microphones still used today. That is not $5,000. This is the Shure SM7B, and it is the same model of microphone that Michael Jackson used to record Thriller. Or so I have been told. I'm sorry, Ninja. Speaking of Ninja, I'm excited that they're going to be announcing season 3 of Bluey in North America. Because you guys just got season 4. And the rest of the world is one season behind. If you're not familiar with the show Bluey, stop everything you're doing when this show is over and watch an episode. It is the single greatest animated family show in existence, period, bar none, end of conversation. It is about 2 dogs raising their 2 daughters, Bluey and Bingo, and there is so much adult parenting humor in it that an adult can watch it and be wildly entertained. I love the show unabashedly and am very stoked to actually sit down and watch the entire 3rd season when it gets here. Like end to end, Star Wars style. Oh, Lee, don't threaten us. See, Mel knows. Good old Milo and Otis. I remember Milo and Otis. So good. I'm kind of sad it's gone. That's what I need to work on. I need to work on an Icelandic water sponsorship. They don't even need to give me money. Just give me enough water to get through a month. Don't ever look up the history of production of Milo and... Oh, God. History of production of Milo and Otis. I mean, really, Steve? You think I'm not going to do that? Oh my God, that's terrible. I mean, you could have warned me that it was terrible. All right, next time, don't just say, don't ever look up the history of production of Milo and Otis. Just say, if you look up the history of production of Milo and Otis, you will have nightmares that will never allow you to see the movie again. If you tell me not to do something, I'm kind of going to do it. All right. Au revoir, mon frère. That's like saying, don't eat that last cookie. Don't eat that last cookie. Oh, thanks, Benj. Appreciate it. Don't eat that last cookie. Well, now I got to eat the last cookie. Don't date those redheads. Well, now I've got to date a redhead. I told you not to do it. Don't marry a fiery Puerto Rican. I instantly regret that statement, as now I know I'm going to be stabbed as soon as this is over. Cookies. Way to change the subject. I love it. No, we actually paid to have a moving service. I am driving one of my vehicles out there, though. I'm selling one and driving the other with my brother-in-law. Taking a nice road trip. We are not going to take the Denver route. I think we're going to take the desert route. Although, I mean, I kind of want to take the Colorado route. She has been extra spicy because of the move. And salty, too. Hey, you tell your wife, Lee, that you're... Lee, go... I know Maria's probably there. Turn to Maria and go, hey, honey, we're moving to Buffalo, New York next month. Tell me how that goes, Lee. The old Route 66? Yeah, both the southern route and the Denver route are within an hour of each other. So we may flip a coin. I just don't want to get stuck in bad weather. Now, see, Lee, I think you should be in the bedroom cleaning, and she should be relaxing and watching DC the Breaker. I feel like you should be cleaning, and she should have some time off. We do love Mel. She's a trooper. Oh, don't lie. Painting is relaxing. When you're a master of it like you are. Speaking of relaxing, it is 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. I do believe it's time for me to start relaxing. So if there are no more orders, I'm going to check the queue real quick. And there are not. I am going to call it an evening. I still have packing to do. I will have packing to do for the next 72 hours. Oh, Lee, you just went live? Hey, folks, how about we raid Lee Cozy and see what that maniacal maniac is up to? Give me 1 second, and we will bombard him with love. With love. Ooh. All right, everybody. I love each and every one of you. Take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you again next Friday, same time. Toodles.